Hello and welcome to Titanium Taurus Tarot, and today I will be doing a reading for Virgos. Yes, and to Taurus I'm doing Virgos now. Be nice. Hello and welcome to Titanium Taurus Tarot, and today I will be doing a reading for Virgos. Okay, so this is for any placement of Virgo you have in your chart. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross-washer, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a cross-washer for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, I will mention the decks I use as I use them, and I will also tell you when it's time for you to utilize your own intuition, because my intuition might be faulty for you, just like your intuition might be faulty for me. But, you know, though, if you do have a message, just let me know, and I'll love to hear it. Alright? So I actually started pulling some of your cards. I was interrupted, and I will review the cards that I pulled for y'all. So the first card from the Radleigh Valentine Fairy Tarot deck. By the way, those decks will be in the description box below, okay? As well as me having mentioning them. So you have the Three of Autumn from Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck. Now, the Three of Autumn talks of follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do, being compensated for your creative talents. So you have found what you love to do. Yeah. You have found it. And you have found it, but you found it after a bit of some trial and error. You know, it's normal. So you might be a little, like, you might be in your 30s, might be in your 40s, or whatever age you're at. Or if you have done all that trial and error at a younger age, you might have found it at a younger age. But basically what I'm trying to say is that you've done some searching. Now you feel, now the next card is the Singer of Connection. Now the Singer of Connection talks of spiritual connection, karma, balance, empathy. Now I feel like you feel spiritually connected with this job or this employment that you have at this moment. And you feel a very close connection with it. You feel like, I know in my case, I feel like I'm balanced, meaning I can do other things while I'm at work. I can work on other projects, and it's all good in the neighborhood, right? It's not like I have only one thing to do and it engulfs my entire day. That's just preferably what I like, my personal favorites. Now, so with you being able to find that thing that you really like to do while doing other things, so that you don't feel so isolated, you actually feel spiritually connected, you feel spiritually nourished. You know, your soul feels nourished, not just your body. Then you have the Soul Shrinker. Now the Soul Shrinker, alright, talks of cruelty, malice, gossip, curses, destruction, but at the very end it talks of blessings. So I feel like you tried a bunch of jobs, and at the very end, which is where you, not at the very end, but like at this point, which is at the end of this long, drawn out struggle, alright, you are able to find that thing that you really love to do, the blessing in disguise. Yeah. No, because maybe some people might find that what you're doing is not worth your time, or is not worthy of you, but then again, you are the one who knows what's worthy of you, right? Then you have the Oakman. Now the Oakman talks of strength, ancient wisdom, and depth. So I feel like what I picked up while I was reading the first time around is that you are able to go deeper into what you're doing. I feel like So you tried a couple of jobs and it didn't really pan out, but now you found one that really allows you to go deeper into what it is that you want to go into, right? So if it's deeper in that one thing, or if it's deeper in the other aspects of your life, anything is possible. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Like anything. Everything is awesome. That's the song. It's a Lego song. Everything is awesome. Anyway, so what what I was picking up on is that your ability to see deeper into what you are deciding to do. That it's not just, you don't just do one thing, you do multiple things at once, and it allows you to go deeper in other things that you enjoy doing. So next, and that in and of itself is bringing you much joy and happiness, because the Ecstasis card talks of ecstasy, joy, rapture, and motivation. You are over the moon with joy. You are completely happy and content at this moment, at least in regards to your occupation. All right. Now you have the Nine of Winter, which is the Nine of Swords, as well as the Release card, which is the Death card in this deck, which is Scorpionic energy. Now, so the Nine of Winter says that your unfounded fears, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. Now, I don't know what you were worried about and what you were allowing to focus on the worst case scenario and allowing that the worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. I don't know what it is, and that's why you're going to have to utilize your intuition to figure it out. But whatever it is, you're letting go. You're letting go, and you're releasing it, right, into the ethers. Because the Release card, which is the Death card in this deck, talks of let go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities. Time to move on. Yeah. We are moving on. Which is great. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anyway, so the cards clarifying that are the Pook. Now the Pook talks of shape changer, good and bad and good, paradox, resolution. So you are resolving this Nine of Winter situation where you worry about, you worry about whatever you're worrying about. So you're letting it go, and you are concentrating on healing the shadow by releasing whatever you want to let go of, right? Healing your shadow self, which is awesome. Then you have Lady of the Harvest. Now the Lady of the Harvest talks of completion, release, harvest, and release. So yet again, we're letting go. Yeah, release twice. You have completed a cycle and you're letting go of what no longer works for you, what no longer is useful to you. And I feel like you're communicating this aloud, because Arvel Parrot talks of communication, and that's all it talks about. So you're letting it go, and you're letting other people in on what you've done in order to be more free, to feel so free. Feel so free, and you are also allowing them to know what are the steps that allowed you to gain your freedom, so that they can actually do the same as well. Yeah. Then you have Fat the Footer. Now, one of the things that you are going to mention is that, so I cut this thing out of my life, but it was difficult, it was hard, so I needed to basically ground myself in order to feel like what I was doing was not all up in the clouds, all airy-fairy and very conceptual, but I need to bring it down and materialize and make sure that it has some material materialistic manifestation on the other end of it, so that I know what is going to happen, right? Then you have the singer of Transfiguration. Now, the singer of Transfiguration talks of transformation, transcendence, and metamorphosis. Now, this looks like a phoenix, and this basically is the phoenix. It's basically saying that you have broken yourself down by worrying and also by letting it go. So now what has gone to ashes, or in this case disintegrated and went into the earth, okay, has now transformed and become a beautiful rising phoenix, or has given life to something else. Excuse me, I'm parched. I am. So now back to Radleigh. So please, for the tarot, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Virgos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Virgos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Virgos. And you have the 8 of Autumn. Yeah. And the cards clarifying it are... By the way, I use selenite on my decks to purify and cleanse them between use. I'm not sure if I mentioned. Alright, so please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Virgos, please come forward and share what is coming by clarifying the 8 of Autumn in the upright. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Virgos, why is the 8 of Autumn here in the upright? Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Virgos. And you got himself, followed by Jehovah, as well as he of the fairy sword. Yeah. Anything can happen. And a collective of pixies, as well as gotcha. Surprise! The fawn. And the singer of initiation. Yeah. As well as the singer of courage. Yeah. Trying to keep it straight. Here we are. Okie dokie. So the 8 of Autumn, alright, talks about do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school, or apprenticeship. Excellent craftsmanship and long-term project. Ooh, what are you working on? What is it? So with the previous set, we saw that you're letting go of something that no longer works for you. Alright. And so now you're just helping people transform in whatever they are currently living, or through whatever they've currently lived. What they have lived, not they currently lived, what they experienced, so that they can become better conduits for spirit. If you know what I mean. I don't even know what I mean. Don't mind me. Now, the next card, so the first card clarifying it is himself. Now, himself talks about natural law, shamanic powers, life force, and magic. So I feel like you're going back to school to figure out what your magic is, and what your magic is, what really makes your heart sing with joy and pleasure. Then you have Jihobaya. Now talks of imaginary fears, unreal hazard, realistic caution. So I feel like the reason that you are going back to school is in order to be realistically cautious in regards to what you have to do, in order to refine your craft and to become better, not just to stay where you are, to believe that you can do better. Next you have He of the Fairy Sword. Now, He of the Fairy Sword, alright, talks of active principle, spiritual will, justice, and protection. So, you're going back to school in order to be certain that you know what you're doing, in order for, and this is me utilizing your intuition, so you're going to have to decide why you're going back to school for, or figure out what it is. But what I'm picking up on is that you're doing it, possibly, so that you can protect yourself against people who want to hurt you, or who want to bring you down. So it's basically for protection's sake. Now the next card is a collective of pixies. Now, a collective of pixies talks of duty, willingness, joyful participation, and virtue. So, yeah, you're protecting yourself in order for you to joyfully participate in this collective, in your group, and that you don't feel, in French we'd say visé, like you have a target on your back, like you can do what you're gonna do with ease and without worrying all that much. Yeah, like we saw with Jihobaya. Yeah, so minus the worry. Then you have gotcha. So I'm not sure who's getting shocked, because gotcha talks of unexpected event, rude awakening, and unreal hazard. Sudden shock, unexpected event, and rude awakening. So something's gonna shock you or the people around you, but something's gonna shock somebody. Somebody gonna get hurt real bad. I don't know if that was any good, but that is just what came to my mind. Maybe that's what they're telling themselves. Maybe they're so jelly of where you are at this point, that they wish you ill will. But the thing is, they don't know that when you wish someone ill will, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass. It's called karma, okay? So that's just how the cookie crumbles. That's all I have to say. So if you really want to protect yourself, don't go around cursing other people. No. Let me reiterate. If you want to protect yourself, wish everybody goodwill and allow them to do what they will, because karma is gonna find them when all's said and done. something's gonna burst in their face, not in a good way. Right? So I feel like this is shocking you. I feel like it's surprising you. What's surprising you is the fact that you are so well perceived, because no one shows it. I mean, just the way it is. And I feel like you're shocked at this, but you're not so shocked because you understand the nature of nature, natural wisdom, natural magic, which is what the fawn stands for. The card is the fawn. So you understand something that most people don't. And yeah, so to you, it's shocking to them, possibly, but not to you. Partly also because you've gone through trial. You've gone through trial. You have won, and now you're at a new level. And that is what's baffling people. That is what's possibly shocking people. That is. 'Tis shocking. Then you have the Singer of Courage. Now, the Singer of Courage talks of bravery, sublimation of fear, and moral strength. And partly, I don't know if it's you who has the strength or if the others have the strength, but someone in this connection, someone in this interpersonal mess, misunderstanding, has the courage, has the strength needed to get to what they want to get to, and the others are just jealous. And so instead of actually putting in the work, they might actually be resorting to backhanded comments, something, thinking that will what's the word? Thinking that will dissuade you from moving forward, when in actuality it's going to give you more like ammunition to go forward, because, well, not ammunition, but more drive to go forward, because you thrive on noticing how far you've come. Yeah. Now, ooh, I like where this is going. Ooh, no. Excuse me, I dropped some cards. I'll be back. Hey. Yo. Excuse me. Okay. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Tauruses, please, my Virgos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Virgos. The Magician, and the Sun at the bottom of the deck. Yo. Okay, I'm going to take all of them. Alright, so I have the Magician, the Sun, the King of Summer, and the Dreamer. Now that is a set. Yeah, that is amazing. Right. Pretty cool. Yeah, now let us pull the clarifying cards. Alright. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good, actually, wait. Who has a message for my Virgos? Please come forward and share why all these cards are here in the upright. Please, angels, for the fourth set. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good. Who has a message for my Virgos? Please come forward and share why all these cards are here for the first set. No, fourth set. You got the Glenkener with Gloomy Doom and Geo the Slow. Yep. And Solace and Sylvanus. To a certain point, the Piper as well. Okay. Okay. So, just begin. We start off with the Magician. Now, the Magician, alright, talks of you can do anything. Take charge of your life. You can manifest what you need to be a success. Yes, you can do it. Then you have the Sun card. Now, as I said, the Sun card is the happiest card in this deck. Did we talk of the fairy who was kissed by the pixies here? Is this card here? I feel like it was in the other one. No, it's not. Maybe the Harvest. Well, anyway, the fairy who was kissed by the pixies is the happiest card in this deck. And then there's the Sun card, which is the happiest card in tarot, right? So the Sun card says plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards and commendations, gratitude for the blessings of life. Aha. Now, following that, you have the King of Summer. Now, the King of Summer is an honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted individual. It says a romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in cultural or creative endeavors. Yes. Getting involved in cultural or creative endeavors. Then you have the Dreamer, which is a Fool in this deck. And the Fool talks of embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself. Yeah. Yes. So basically you are moving in the right direction. You now can manifest whatever you need to be a success. You're doing that in joy. You're emotionally intelligent. And you have figured out that every cycle should be treated as a new cycle where you avoid bringing in your past experiences into the mix so that you don't tamper with the current experience, because if you lay on your past experience onto this one, it will taint it and you might not get to fully appreciate what's the word? You might not be able to fully see this project through. Right? Yeah. Now. Okay. So the clarifying cards are the Glenkener. Now the Glenkener talks of illusions, delusions, lust, projection. And at the very end it talks of clear sight. So you at this point in time have clear sight as to what it is that you are going to create and how you are going to create it, which is amazing. And what you've learned through your travels is that you need to take care of yourself, right? Because you, during your excursion or the travel, right, you will feel self-defeat, self-pity, self-destruction. So you absolutely need to take care of yourself in order to make sure that your energies are on point. Okay? Then you have Geo the Slow. Now, Geo the Slow talks of slowness, waiting, patience, and cycles of time. So, what this means to me is that this process happened over a while. It didn't happen overnight, right? So, I feel like you learned what you like to do. You figured that part out. And that's what you went back to school for. But that's what you went back to school for. And that whole process of learning about how to keep your thoughts in check and then go back to school and learn what you need to learn so that you feel more comfortable, confident within yourself as whatever it is that you do. All right. That is what took some time. But you were patiently waiting, and you knew that at the end of this cycle, you will have become a better professional because of it. That's when you have Solace. Now, Solace talks of spiritual empowerment, knowledge, consciousness, and synthesis. So you have learned a lot. You've boiled it down to the most important information, the most important points, and that is how. That is how you are coming out of it stronger, smarter, and more empowered. Right? Yes. So the next card you have is Sylvanus. Now, Sylvanus talks of cutting through deception, truth, cutting through deception, and clarity. So you have learned all the things you need to watch out for. You now know what you should pay more close attention to and what you shouldn't. Yeah. And what you should steer clear of. That is what it is. Now, the next card, alright, is the Piper. Now, the Piper talks of harmony, seduction, music, order, and empathy. Now, I feel like you were seduced by this thing. Well, it's 3 of Autumn, okay, which was your love that you enjoyed doing, that you were worried about not being good enough, and that you went back to school in order to become good enough for. Now, that is that idea, that project, that work, that occupation. That is what seduced you, and that is why you were so diligently more attentive to how you fulfill this work. Alright, so my gorgeous and fellow Virgos, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this, and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Virgos, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!